Every once in a while, we sail to somewhere magical. Somewhere that surprises us and reminds us of the excitement of the unknown. Somewhere that we feel welcomed and appreciated as sailors. Somewhere that we know we will continue to return to and invite others to experience. This episode of Return to Seasons is about one of those places. Cuttyhunk, Massachusetts.
We're finally leaving Newport Harbor. Not that this is a bad place to be, but we've been here for
8 nights.
8 nights now. We got waylaid by a little medical issue, having what they think is hip bursitis at the urgent care clinic. It's really made it hard for me to move. So we've been eager to get going to Cuttyhunk, and it's about it is 8 o'clock. The kids just went off at one of the yacht clubs, and we are getting underway. It's going to be about a 25-mile trip. We're planning to arrive around noon. Forecast is calling for 5 to 10, but building in the afternoons. So we're going to try to get there as quickly as possible. We've got the main up already, and it's pretty calm right now. Keep you posted.
After spending over a week in Newport, Rhode Island, enjoying the folk festival and other tourist attractions, we were ready to untie the lines and find a quiet, slower pace for a while. We decided to head east-southeast about 24 nautical miles to the outermost island of the Elizabeth Island chain off the Cape. Our trip started with a clear and sunny morning, but once we entered the bay, a thick fog set in and forced us to retreat to the shelter of Flint Point.
Well, we've just changed course, and we are now heading north up to the Sakonnet River, where we took shelter before coming from Block Island. The fog is just really dense out here, and we're not sure if it's going to get any better. Our plan is to go up the Sakonnet just a bit. There's a little anchorage on the western shore. We're going to drop the hook there for a couple of hours and then decide if we can continue to head over to Cuttyhunk or not.
We came in the
Sakonnet.
River in fog. It cleared up quite a bit. We could even see the Sakonnet light for a little while. And now it is coming in with a vengeance again. We can hardly see well, I shouldn't say hardly, but the beach is definitely getting fogged in, and we could see land out this way, and now can't see anything.
Jeff is on the bow right now, bringing up the anchor, and we decided we're going to try to make the shot over to Cuttyhunk today. We've been sitting here in Flint Point with a bunch of other boats who were probably doing the same thing we were, escaping the fog, and we just are going to try to make a run for it. We just called Towboat US in Buzzards Bay, and they said that it's hazy out there, but the fog burned off quite a while ago. So I'm trying to figure out what Jeff is telling me. Guess I'll find out right now.
We're up. I just got to pull up.
We're up. Okay.
Another 5 or so feet.
All right. So we're going to get going.
Well, it's about, 6:20, 6:30 or something like that. And we are about 3 miles from the outside entrance to Cuttyhunk Harbor. Just coming across the shipping channel right now that heads into Buzzards Bay. It's been pretty uneventful. We came out, there's a lot of haze out here, but we got a lot of sunshine now too. Sort of fog kind of coming in and out, or haze, whatever it was. been making, for the most part, about 7. We just motored with the Genoa up. We started off the day with the main up, hoping that we were going to get to sail. And then after the fog, we took the main down when we came in, never put it back up. So we've just been motor sailing with the Genoa. Like I said, making about 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. And now the breeze has died a little bit more, and we're down around about 6.1 or so. Yeah, all's been good.
Originally named Cuttyhunk Kuna, a Wampanoag Indian name for point of departure, Cuttyhunk lies between Buzzards Bay to the north and Vineyard Sound to the south. It is a great jumping-off point for Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. It has about 50 year-round residents, but that number goes up to about 400 during the summer months. With half of the island set aside as a nature preserve, it is a great place to hike and go birdwatching.
Well, we just picked up our mooring ball in Cuttyhunk, and it is really interesting. We are in this tiny gridded mooring field where you can almost back up into other boats and you feel like you have to whisper because people are so close, but it's really cool and we're excited to explore tomorrow.
The next morning, we awoke to a blanket of thick fog covering the island. Eager to stretch our legs, we dinghied to the shore and set out to get the lay of the land.
Holy cow.
A town message board is posted right near the docks, with activities, announcements, and instructions for locals, visitors, and boaters alike. The area also houses an ice cream shop, a coffee bar, and a few fishmongers. There are also public toilets here, which is nice. Once you walk through the main intersection of town, you begin to ascend toward the Italian eatery Sopranos, which will be on your right. On your left will be the market, and then you can make a right onto Tower Road, where you will pass by the Historical Society, the library, the school, and the Methodist Church. At the end of this road, once destined to be the driveway to a really beautiful summer home that was never built, there is a small clearing with a lookout station and picnic tables. While there was not much of a view that day through the dense fog, we knew that we would be back to check out the ocean from this beautiful vantage point.
You can hear the waves, but you can't see them. So this is the view from the highest point on Cuttyhunk this morning.
After a mellow first day on the island, getting acquainted with the landscape and getting the boat in order, we decided to hunker down and get comfortable for a while. The island has so much natural beauty to explore, and we were ready to soak it all in. From daily hikes on the network of trails, to walks along the beach and swimming in the harbor, we found the days slipping away rather quickly in this tranquil cruiser's paradise.
Oh, I just got my butt wet. How is it?
Nice. Refreshing.
What are you up to?
I'm doing the final rinse on my clothing. A couple pairs of socks and 2 pairs of shorts because we haven't done laundry for, I don't know, a week or more, but I think far more than that is that we've been going to shore and hiking around and also swimming a lot. And originally we were thought we were just going to have laundry at our beck and call, but we don't here in Cuttyhunk. So Margaret's already done this yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that, and now it's my turn. So yeah. And we also just moved the boat. We had been on a mooring for 3 days in Cuttyhunk. It's Sunday. Things are clearing out quite a bit, and I went over yesterday and used our handheld depth sounder to just sort of scope out the entire anchorage area here. It turns out there's quite a bit of area to anchor. 6 or 8 boats could comfortably anchor. And so when people started to leave the anchorage this morning, we decided to pick up or drop our mooring and come over here, save $45 a day. That would be good for the cruising funds. That's about it.
Over the next few days, we got to know Cuttyhunk a little bit better. We went to the Historical Society and learned more about the town. And we ate like kings, trying every restaurant available. We ate at Soprano's multiple times because it has such a wonderful gluten-free pizza. We ate at a restaurant that I can't remember the name of, right down by the docks, that had trivia night, and Jeff was still searching for the best clam chowder of the trip. And last but not least, we were visited by the Raw Bar, which is pretty world famous for shucking oysters on demand right at your boat.
Yes, please.
All right, it's going to be 25 tonight.
Which ending's the checkout? Cuttyhunk Show.
All right, thanks.
Here's your complimentary 35th anniversary mug for the family.
Thank you.
First oysters.
Thank you.
Second.
Wonderful.
Farm fresh today.
Awesome.
All right,
Great.
thanks a
Thanks
lot.
so much
Yep.
for your order.
Appreciate it.
Have a great night. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to slurp that up.
On our last full day on the island, we decided to hike the trails from the top of the Tower Road, around the west end, along the south side of the island, and back to the harbor. We began the day with our normal walk up to the lookout, but it soon began to be anything but normal. As we traveled along the first portion of the trail to the old naval artillery post, a bird seemed to take us under its wing, pardon the pun, and hopped along the path in front of us. Strategically moving, it became our guide through the landscape. It was really odd, but also quite magical. The old concrete military structures had clearly been used by many people before as meeting places and party spots for years. Graffiti and litter marked past visitors who had spent time gazing at the same beautiful terrain and ocean views as we were. On our way down to view the historic Gosnold Monument in the West End Pond, we stopped to watch a lovely swan with chicks glide over the water. We also got wet when we decided to forge across the cut into the West End Pond at high tide. The stone tower is 70 feet tall. It's dedicated to Bartholomew Gosnold, the 17th century English explorer who lived briefly on the island. As the day was quickly turning to night, we decided to head back, but not before making one last trek up to the lookout to admire the island again. The next morning, we pulled up the hook in search of new adventures. Next time on Return to Seasons, we spend a few nights in Quisset Harbor. We go into Falmouth and Woods Hole to do laundry, to buy some boat parts, of course, and to just poke around the area. We meet some other cruisers, and we enjoy another beautiful sunset. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below. You can also hit subscribe to get notification of our new content about one video every 2 weeks. We also write a blog at www.returntoseasons.com. Check it out for more sailing-related content and some cool cruising-themed t-shirts. Thanks for watching!